Welcome back to Miss Mio J Reactions. It is finally time for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 8. So it's been a couple of days since I filmed, and I actually had to take a minute and kind of think about what happened in the last episode. So biggest thing, Celia's dead, which is nice. So is Daniel. What the hell? That's not the kind of character you just kill off. Okay, number one. That's the first thing. Second of all, I need to see a doctor about my memory because I could have swore Daniel lasted to like the end. Well, I didn't, I don't know the end. I only watched till like early season 3 last time, I think. But I'm so frustrated with how he went out because he basically like goes kind of crazy. And I feel like he deserved a more dignified end, man. I don't like to be that person because I think it's a bit unreasonable in a show like this when people are like, oh, it was a pointless death. I hate that criticism because some deaths are going to be pointless. That's just, that's realistic. I don't think it's realistic for the death of every main character to necessarily be something that has this deep meaning or moves the story forward or is just this incredible moment. So I don't think that's what needs to happen necessarily. But I really don't like the way Daniel went. Just him kind of going a little bit crazy. The visions of Griselda, like I don't know. I don't understand. I think he should have gone way farther. Chris is off the absolute deep end. He took a kid hostage to get his dad to leave him alone. Like, it is bizarre. Chris's storyline just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's another character. I'm really not thrilled with what they're doing with the character. Nick is going off on his own, but with him, it kind of makes more sense. He's figured out that he can cover himself with blood and kind of mask his scent. I don't think he understands that's why the walker, I don't know. The way Nick's describing it, I don't think he necessarily understands why what he's doing is working, which is a little silly to me. But he kind of feels like a little more natural out there. So he's really separating from everybody. So the group is leaving the safe haven and Nick doesn't want to go with them. So I'm sure we'll see a whole lot more about that. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm so over the thing with Daniel and whatever the hell's going on with Chris. Let's see what happens in episode 8.
They were close friends. I saw them a few days ago. They had food, water. They were okay. Things change so quickly now.
Okay, who the hell is this? Who are you?
Where are you going?
What's your deal?
You should come with us.
Okay, so this was the lady that was at Celia's compound.
They'll do as if
Is there a place to go for people like Celia?
there was talk of heading north to the city. There are more there who embrace the death, but there has been talk of 800 places.
So she shared Celia's philosophy for the most part.
This will be the least of your worries.
I mean, that was a sweet interaction. I will say Nick, he knows that he's different from people like his family, but he does have... He's got a good heart. So I do, in general, like the character. So my biggest concern with the journey he's on is he connects with people who embrace the dead. Okay, cool.
Come on.
Well, some of those people are killers.
I am.
Some of those people feel like other people are better off dead. So why are you... I mean,
Extra stomach.
come on.
You're pathetic, you know that. I am not gonna shit on my parents for get out of jail free card. Not gonna do it.
So after your 3 weeks in rehab, Nick, exploring your thoughts and feelings about your drug use, are there things you need to say to me? Pretend I'm your dad.
Like a school counselor, she has degrees in this shit. My dad.
What?
He wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm not just gonna rip into him like this for no reason. It'll kill him.
Nick,
No, he is. You're always
What
tired
kind of
when you get home
even-
from work. You just skip dinner and go to your room, and if I go in there to talk to you, it's like you do listen and I can tell you hear me, but it's not like you're there. You used to be there, and then you stopped.
Oh, so he's not talking about Travis. Okay. I don't think they specified, or maybe they did and I just missed it, when Nick's dad left. Okay, Nick's character has grown on me, but I am starting to get bored. Like, there's more interesting things happening. I don't really care for his journey, but I think the main thing is I don't think it's very smart. You're going to end up surrounded by people who will occasionally random decide to kill like an entire church of people because they're better off dead. Like, why would you want to surround yourself with people like that? Even if you feel more at home walking with the dead. I mean, she's not picking up on any context clues here, but Nick kind of. I mean, you put yourself in this situation. Just about anything that happens to Nick at this point, I don't feel sorry for him because, you know, you had support, you had family, you had some things going for you, and you chose to give that up. So it is what it is. Can we please move on from Nick? What's going on with everybody else? He's not covered in enough blood to... Like, he's playing some dangerous games. That sucks. What would... Well, see, come on, genius. I was gonna say, what would Nick's reaction have been if he found that guy first? I mean, you can't do much to help him. We are over 15 minutes in, and it's been nothing but Nick. Like, that's the most action we've seen. Most of it's just been him walking around, not doing much of anything. Like, what are we doing? This is becoming comparable to the filler episode in season 10 or 11 of The Walking Dead where Carol spends an hour trying to find a rat. Like, what are we watching? Gotta say, if you can open that up, that's nourishment. Or is that not what he's... Is that what he's trying to do? Okay. I feel like there is some way to get nourishment out of that. I just don't know. I don't have advice for you, sir. I'm not going to complain about this part because this is actually an active, attempt to do something to help his own survival. That I can deal with. But 13, 14 minutes of him just wandering? Come on, y'all. I don't feel sorry for you. You got yourself in this mess. Baby. Can you relax, please? I remembered that scene. I knew it was coming, and Ugh. Please put someone else on my screen. I'm really starting to get irritated. 20 minutes in, and it's just Nick. Like, he's not a terrible character, and I don't think his storyline is terrible. But this is a bit much. Come on. I mean, I could not watch Rick Grimes just wander around for this long and still be interested. Come on. And Nick is not nearly as interesting.
That her?
I mean, at least right now we're getting a flashback and not just him wandering, but...
Daddy's not coming.
Honey,
Couldn't get out of bed?
stop.
He was in an accident.
At the site?
Baby.
Coming home. It was a head-on collision. He didn't make it, baby. He didn't make it. They say he didn't suffer.
They say. No!
Hold on.
I don't feel sorry for anything Nick is going through. Like, you wanted to go off on your own without a real plan. You don't look like you're covered in enough guts to be their friend right now. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No! Please put someone on my screen besides Nick. Please. I am actually begging at this point. What's wrong, Nick? I thought you felt so connected to the dead. You don't feel that way no more? I mean, desperate times, but jeez. If I was not filming reaction content, I would have already moved on. Again, you put yourself in this situation. I don't really care about what Nick is going through. I don't. I'm sorry. You had support and you turned your back on it. I'd drop soon if I were you, sir. Does he know he's alive? Why did he stop firing to begin with, though? Like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, before he sees... Like, as he's... Okay, alright. Well, I was complaining in a few episodes prior that there wasn't enough blood squirtage, so I guess they're making up for that. I guess I'll save my thoughts on that to the other episode.
No es serio.
Okay, so these are totally different people.
Pues vamos a ayudarlo.
No, Francisco.
So are they looking for someone
Estaba caminando con ellos.
who walks with the dead? That's not Nick?
Ya no.
Oh, what's the matter, buddy? Is the act up now?
Vámonos. Lucy, se está muriendo.
Is it good?
My dad gave it to me.
He gave you a lot of books.
It's his way of connecting. When you hold on to something for too long or too hard, you corrupt it.
Sounds like a page turner.
That's what my mom used to say.
So is this supposed to be that same girl that was in the very first episode? Because I don't know if that's the same actress. Is it? Only thing that would be remotely interesting about seeing that flashback would be seeing how she died. Like, did she fall on something or did someone stab her? 'Cause I feel like there was something protruding from her stomach. What? What do you see? What are you looking at? A screwdriver? Tape? They focused on that like it was going to be something so important. Uh-oh.
¿Infectado? No, infectado. It's a dog. A dog. Pero.
Vámonos.
I would like to cut your trousers. Is that okay? You're on the edge of infection.
You're a doctor, right?
You would have died in the wilderness. This will hurt. You're foolish. Death is not to be feared, but it shouldn't be pursued.
Thank you.
There's a difference.
That's a good way to put it.
Steady. It's a long walk. You should be dead.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Why come all this way?
I want to be where the dead aren't monsters.
So he knows where Nick's trying to get to? That's what it seemed like based on his reaction. But then again, I misremember things, I misinterpret things. What do I know? Okay. What the hell was that episode? That was a bad episode. I'm sorry. It was uninteresting. I was constantly disengaged. Where are we going? What are we doing? We could have gotten plenty of these bits and pieces while also seeing what's going on with the other group. You don't have to show me everything. You have to show me what's relevant to the story. And sometimes those are going to be some things that are relatively boring. Let's say, for example, you have a character and their role in the show is very much about their work. So this character obviously has a day off at some point, right? I don't need to see a montage of this person cleaning their house or watching TV and getting up to go to the bathroom and then coming back, or phoning a friend, hey, am I meeting you for dinner, or am I making dinner myself at home? What do I want tonight? Like, I don't need to see all of that. I know that this person has days when they're not working just because, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like watching a character whose main role on the show is their job, and seeing them not at their job. Just a montage of one of their days off that doesn't move the story forward, isn't relevant at all. Just random as hell. I don't get it. There were very few points that were relevant to moving the story forward in any way, shape, or form. It was really just the last few minutes, and then some of the scenes in the middle. If he got hurt by the dog, we needed to see that. That makes sense. His interaction with those other people that were shooting at the walkers, that makes sense. The fact that Luciana saw him, that makes sense. The rest of it, useless. Or for every of these long drawn out scenes we saw, we could have gotten little bits and pieces. This is a 0 out of 5 episode. 0 out of 5 episode. What a waste of my time. Like, I am actually pissed off. And I've been loving what they're doing with the show. And I've actually been really enjoying what they've been doing with Nick's character. So I don't mind the trajectory of Nick's character. But this was just the most boring. I don't understand why they even made this episode. I'm so disappointed right now. Now, then again, maybe I need to get into screenwriting or storyboarding. Maybe I need to work with a studio on a TV show, since I think I know what I'm doing. And I just say that because one of the reasons I started this reaction YouTube channel is I love watching reactions. And there were plenty of things I criticized about other reactors. And eventually it was like, you know what? If I think I can do so much better, I'm actually going to go out there. And I was very quickly humbled. It took several episodes for me to get used to the camera being on me while I was watching something and trying to find my rhythm with like when to speak and when to not speak, and routines for the screen recording and the editing and all of that. So I don't think I'm doing a terrible job as a reactor, but the first month and a half, I will say, was much more challenging than I thought it would be. So I don't know. It just show the audience things that are relevant. The only explanation I can think of for why they would have so many scenes of him just wandering and make us sit here and watch that is to make us in some way possibly empathize with him. And I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. You had safety, you had support, you decided it was beneath you. Those actions had consequences. I mean, I don't know. But we could have seen where Nick got without an entire episode of him just traveling. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this episode. It was boring. It was 0 out of 5 for me. So I'm just going to move on to episode 8.